When an aging narcissist reaches this stage of life, almost everyone has already seen their real face. Their friends have seen it, their family members have seen it, their children have seen it too. Nobody wants to spend time with them anymore, and this gives them sleepless nights because they know very well that they cannot survive this phase of life alone. No matter how much money they earn by doing horrible things, and no matter how much status they achieved in life, they still need somebody. But at this stage, nobody wants to stay with them in any way. So what do? They start recruiting a new kind of supply, one they may not have recruited earlier in life. And this supply is very different from the others. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. If you're still wondering whether or not you're dealing with a narcissist, my free 2-minute quiz will tell you exactly what you're dealing with and what to do next. The link is right there in the description or the comments below. The topic for this one is the relationship every aging narcissist wants after 55 that nobody talks about. Now, do not think that the narcissist will respect this supply, love them, or finally mellow down. Do not keep this misunderstanding at all. In fact, an aging narcissist becomes worse with time quite often. As they grow older, they stop fearing consequences because publicly they have already been exposed clearly. Their children do not want any real relationship with them. Their partner may have already left, so they feel they have nothing left to lose, and this makes them even more miserable. But the narcissist needs you more than you need them. So what happens? They often go for younger people who need money, who are struggling in life, or who do not have anyone in their family to guide them. They intentionally look for vulnerable younger people they can use and throw. Think of an aging narcissist like an old spider whose main web has been torn down by the wind. They can no longer catch the big, strong, wise human beings who see the trap from a mile away. So they crawl into a dark corner and wait for a young, lost person who is completely disoriented by the struggles of early adulthood. They look for the person working 2 jobs just to make rent, or the person who grew up without a supportive mother or father. They look for someone who is hungry for a break in life, because a hungry person is much easier to feed with poisonous bait. They track down these young people in college environments, low-paying workplaces, or through internet apps, using their age and whatever money they have left to look like a safe harbor in a giant storm. Once they spot their target, they roll out a very specific, deeply tragic script to draw them into the trap. Then what do? First, they tell their sad story. They explain how life treated them badly, how nobody was good to them ever, and how everyone abandoned them. They turn themselves into the ultimate victim of a cruel world. They will look into that young person's eyes and say that their own children are cold monsters who do not care about them. They will claim their ex-partners stole their wealth, or that their old friends betrayed their loyalty. They do this because they know a kind, naive person will instantly feel deep pity for them. Then they tell this young person, "It is okay, I'll help you financially, I'll take care of you, I'll give you the support of a partner and even the support of a parent." This is a brilliant and evil strategy. By offering to be both a romantic partner and a parental guide, they patch up every single emotional hole that young person has in their life. If the young person needs rent money, the narcissist pays it. If the young person needs career advice, the narcissist gives it with total confidence. They wrap themselves around the victim like a warm blanket, making the young person believe they have finally found a true mentor, a savior, and a deep form of love they were craving for. But this beautiful rescue mission is completely fake, and the bill for their help arrives sooner than the victim thinks. And what do they get in return? They take advantage of them. They get intimate with them. They use their free labor. The moment the young person accepts the financial help or the free housing, the invisible handcuffs snap shut around their wrists. Suddenly, the nice older mentor turns into a demanding dictator. because that person does not know much about the world. The narcissist uses that innocence against them and slowly drives them crazy. The young person becomes a personal assistant, a maid, a driver, and a nurse, all while being expected to provide constant romantic and physical affection. The narcissist uses the young person's lack of money as a leash to drag them around. If the young person questions their behavior or tries to express a boundary, the narcissist instantly plays the financial card. They say things like, "How dare you speak to me like that after everything I have bought for you?" Or, "You would be out on the street sleeping in your car if it was not for my kindness." They use your economic survival against you. They create a twisted dynamic where you as a young person feel like a prisoner who has to pay for their food with your mental health. This entire system relies on the fact that an aging narcissist is absolutely terrified of trying to control an adult with real life experience, because it is not as easy for a narcissist to gaslight an awakened empath or a wise person as it is to gaslight a young person who does not have much life experience. Now imagine how you were in your 20s and how you are now in your 30s, late 30s or 40s. There is a huge difference in wisdom, right? When you are older, you have already taken a few hard punches from life. You have met the liars, you have survived the cheaters, and you know how to read the red flags. If an older narcissist tries to tell a mature 40-year-old woman that everyone in his past was crazy, that mature woman will instantly think, no, if everyone left you, then you are the common denominator. An experienced adult will notice the quick shifts in their mood and walk away without looking back. But a 22-year-old does not have those alarm systems built into their brain yet. They do not have the historical data to compare this behavior to. They do not know that a person who love bombs you in the first week will always abuse you by the 6th month. That is why they go for younger people, especially after noticing their vulnerability. They need an empty canvas where they can paint their lies without anyone checking the facts. The biggest mistake people make is assuming that an aging narcissist chooses younger people because they generally enjoy their company. That is not the real reason. They choose younger people because younger people usually have fewer reference points. They have not met enough manipulators to recognize the pattern. They're still trying to prove themselves, still searching for mentors, still believing that age automatically means wisdom. When you are young, you are naturally conditioned to respect your elders and listen to authority figures. The narcissist weaponizes this natural respect. An aging narcissist knows they can no longer compete with emotionally healthy people their own age, because those people have already learned to recognize manipulation. They're just done with it. People their own age are possibly busy enjoying their grandchildren, building their legacies, or resting in peaceful relationships. They do not have time for high school drama from a 56-year-old toddler. But a young person often mistakes control for protection, possessiveness for love, dependency for loyalty, and experience for wisdom. When the narcissist tracks their location or tells them who they cannot and can hang out with, the naive young person thinks, wow, they must really care about my safety. They do not realize that the narcissist is just building a digital cage around them so they can never escape. In the end, this relationship style is the ultimate proof that a narcissist never actually changes or grows up. They do not age like fine wine. They turn into sour vinegar. Instead of looking inward and apologizing to the children they hurt or the family they betrayed, they simply replace their old audience with a younger, cheaper crowd. They use the innocence of youth to temporarily mask the stench of their own rotting personality. They create a tiny fake kingdom where they can still feel like a powerful king or queen, even if the only citizen in that kingdom is a confused, broke 20-year-old who is too afraid to leave. If you are a young person watching this, or if you know someone who is being pulled into the orbit of an older benefactor who seems too good to be true, please wake up to the reality. Age does not equal safety. And a true mentor will never demand your submission or your body in exchange for their guidance. The aging narcissist is running out of time, running out of friends, and running out of cards to play. Do not let your beautiful, fresh youth become the final meal that keeps a dying predator alive. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. I hope you enjoyed this one. Share it with others and subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.